Hey buddies, welcome to Video Games Awesome Live. Becky is back, and she's been missing Overwatch.
I've been missing Fraser.
They haven't invented Overwatch in rural Ontario
they
yet.
They have not.
Yeah. So
none of my nieces and nephews are playing it, or their friends.
Because they're playing the Call of Duties, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, this is kind of like a... I don't know if it's as big with the kids as it is with people of like 20-something plus.
They also don't have PS4s or Xbox Ones or PCs or the internet.
You can't really judge them then. They can't. Yeah, you can't judge by them. But
yeah.
Anyways,
I missed it.
Anna just came out, the first new character to be added to the game for free since it came out. I guess you could call it DLC, but all characters are going to be free, and she's out now on console. I don't think she's on Xbox yet. It hit the PlayStation just like probably just under 48 hours after the PC got theirs, so that's quite good timing. There's her character. I didn't notice the braid before that goes right in front of her face. It comes around her hood and goes right in front there.
That's pretty cool.
So Anna,
God, I love her.
We're gonna just take a quick spin of her. I already yesterday played with the turbos as Anna. The patch dropped after it had already streamed for 4 hours. My losing episode where we were all purposefully playing our worst characters.
That's very cool.
By win percentage.
I love that idea.
Yeah, it was. It went quite well. Lost a lot.
Yeah.
Went as planned.
I'm so proud of you guys for like being okay with losing levels.
Well, what does rank matter?
Losing levels for so many people is their gaming deck.
Not on this show.
Yeah, I think that's wicked that you guys played with Fraser losing.
So Anna, if you just to give you a quick reminder, she's got a shot that does 80 damage and heals 80 damage depending on who it hits. So when she's scoped, it's got hit scan, meaning that hit, but that doesn't. They've, by the way, I think patched recently. With this patch, there's a few new changes. One of them is that they've redrawn, I believe this went into this patch, the bounding boxes or the hit boxes. So it used to be you'd get usually this would still be a headshot out there on the training bots.
Okay.
They've made it a little bit tighter, and I do believe that they have changed it on consoles. A lot of people were debating whether they should actually do the change on consoles. A lot of people on PC were complaining, saying like you shoot near a character, it's close enough, it hits them, and that's wrong.
So that's how
it's like,
I've gotten headshots.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. They actually said, and her hitboxes are bigger on allies,
okay.
Anna's specifically. So healing an ally doesn't require perfect aim, and that, I think, is right. Like, see?
Yeah.
Let's see. You gotta only be about that far away. And it just adjusts the aim. It shoots it towards them.
Right.
I don't know that the hitboxes need to be changed. If they were, I feel like they were with this patch. I feel like you used to be able to shoot about here and get a headshot with these guys, and now it's like you got to be a little bit closer now. I don't feel like it should have been changed on console. We've got it bad on console when it comes to precision aiming. I've been playing with Anna. I thought that she'd be my new character for countering Pharah. I still can't hit a fucking Pharah for my life with a sniper.
You shouldn't be killing your daughter, really.
Yeah. It is kind of ironic that she's like a potential counter for Pharah.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. When you're not in scope, keep in mind that it's a travel projectile. You can see it travel like that.
Yeah.
My gauge is that it travels about as fast as, say, a blaster shot from maybe Mercy, maybe a bit faster even than Genji's stars. Okay. It's hard to gauge though, I can't really tell. And also, the damage is over time.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So people won't die immediately, but there's a second part to that, and I wonder actually if that's in my... That might actually be in my highlights. You can, sometimes people will pop their ultimate without knowing they're dead yet. You will shoot them, and it takes about like 1 second for them to lose all that health. And I've had people, I shoot them. It actually happened 2 people in one succession, in one highlight. Shot them, they pop their ultimate, die. Shoot them, they pop their ultimate, die. So on the downside, it does give them that last chance to be healed maybe by another Anna or a healer before they die, because it takes that time to die. Or that's time in which they may kill you before they die.
Yeah.
But
Man,
on
so you really have to watch when you're popping your ultimate now. You kind of have to have.
you have to be careful. Yeah, well, I mean, if
health.
there's an Ana around, I mean, if you're that low health, you shouldn't be popping your ultimate anyways, maybe.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting aspect, is that sometimes people will die because they didn't know they were dead yet.
Yeah.
They're already a dead person standing. They just didn't. The poison hadn't finished yet.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So
that'll happen to me for sure.
Yeah. Her other ability is, of course, the grenade that does. I think. What does the grenade do, guys? It's 100. Is it 100 damage? And it's instant damage and instant healing to your allies.
Okay, and then a cooldown of 10 seconds?
Something like
8
10 seconds, and it feels real punishing in the field, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if you toss it at your buddy here.
100 damage / healing.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
And the other thing is, it increases the healing by double while they're.
No, 60 damage, 100 healing.
60 damage, 100 healing. Good to
Okay.
know. Thank you. It doubles the healing they receive from other sources while they're under the effects.
Cool. So if a Lucio's has his healing on and is
it'll
skating
increase
around.
it way faster. But what's not showing here, it seems to be bugged on the friendly bots. Because okay, that was a big healing, so it is happening. It is healing them up compared to that. But once they're under the effects, the enemies are supposed to, their health bar and their name will be outlined in purple, and your allies will be outlined in yellow, indicating to everybody on the team that this enemy can't receive healing right now, this friendly is getting double healing right now.
Okay.
But it seems to be bugged on the bots that's not giving them those outlines.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that in game.
And then the final thing, well, I'll jump into a game in a second. I just wanted to have this moment to, you can put people to sleep, of course, with your dart, which has a 12-second cooldown. And then you go over and you teabag while they're asleep. You have to.
That's what you have to do.
You have to.
Okay.
I mean, it's funny because they actually seem to acknowledge that that would be a big thing.
Uh-huh.
Because watch one of her, this is one of her taunts. Teabagging. She literally teabags. So you can go up and do...
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So if you have that taunt, you can actually put a person to sleep and then literally, if you want, taunt them.
Oh my god.
And it's just enough time to get back up and watch them come back. Well, you can't really see it there. They do stay down for a good amount of time.
5.5 seconds of sleep?
Yeah. I've had it so that a Reinhardt charges past my team and gets a person. He actually got a guy, but charged so far away towards the other direction. I turned around and he's just in the distance. He's like maybe from here to where my buddy, like where that guy is going to respawn in a second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like from here to there on Dorado. So we were in the courtyard and he was all the way back near the spawn. And I shot and he goes, I missed. He goes to sleep and he had 5 seconds all the way back there. And then about like 8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds it felt like later, he arrives on the scene again and I sleep him again. As he finally gets back after being slept all that ways away, had to walk it was like basically an extra death for him.
Yeah.
And then he got sleeped and then he's among my friends and they all blew him to shit. So like he had this like double sleep. She can be really punishing. It's what I predicted.
Oh my god.
She can be hugely annoying in the right situations. And then of course her ultimate is increasing the damage of your friendly.
Right.
Doubles their damage, halves their damage taken for the duration, increases their speed as well.
Cool.
She has 8 shots in the clip, and I found myself shooting from the hip a lot more than I was in my scope. I found that going into my scope, in fact, was a rare occurrence where it was like a very situational thing. Like I just rarely found I was doing it. I was often in the mix. Maybe people will play her differently. Oh, it's 30%. Damage increase? I thought it was 50% damage increase. Anyways, I found myself in the mix a lot and not being too much of a sniper. What?
Can I see our voice line?
Yeah, we'll go do that now.
Okay. 30% damage
Okay,
increase.
I thought it was
50% speed increase, I
I think I'm confusing it with the Mercy damage increase, which I think was nerfed. It was brought back down. So with this patch, the increase to Mercy's damage boost was going to be 50. They experimented with it and decided to only do 30. because
Okay.
I think that it was because of the way it comboed with McCree. McCree was doing headshots and just killing people outright, and I guess they decided that was too powerful.
Yeah, corrected it because of McCree's headshots. Sorry, I really should have made myself a coffee.
All right, so might actually be able to show you a couple. Here's my first ever time playing with her, and I immediately got. It wasn't a play of the game, but it was a highlight. So it was a contender for play of the game.
You jump around a lot with her? Did you?
I do jump around, and I'm thinking of rebinding it. I'm not sure. It's just weird with a sniper to rebind. Almost every character I play has been rebound to have this as jump.
Yeah, I need to do that so bad.
You really do, and I recommend it to everybody who plays on console to try to reprogram their brain for almost every character.
It's so hard.
I just did it with Junkrat, and it was so hard, but I got around it finally. So this is detonate for me now.
Oh, okay.
And this is jump. And Junkrat needs it, man. To play a good Junkrat, you got to be hopping.
Yeah.
But anyways, here we'll just watch. This is her intro. So here's where. Watch this. Yeah.
Mother knows best.
And
Oh,
he's dead.
Oh man!
Shot them both before they initiated their ultimates.
You dick. That's amazing.
Let's
I
see if I
love
can
that.
load this one up. It's really too bad. So she can be really punishing. But those didn't include the sleep dart. She's huge on shutting down ultimates. However, one thing I just learned this morning while I was practicing before the show, sleeping a person who is ultimating doesn't stop the ultimate.
I was just gonna ask that.
I thought it did. I could have sworn it did, but I did it on a Bastion who had ultimated, put him to sleep, and then I was like, oh sweet, and I shot him, and he got back up and started blowing everybody away. He's like, fuck.
Balls.
This was the same match, but I don't think this includes the time where I did it to the guy. That was me ultimating that.
Yep. The Reinhardt. Nice.
My favorite person to do it to right now, to give that to, is to combo with Soldier's ultimate. He just cuts through teams. It's insane, his ultimate with her.
Yeah.
Reinhardt without his ultimate, just normal Reinhardt, normal Winston. His electricity, the fact that it doesn't miss and it does 30% more is just enough damage to actually start killing people.
Yeah.
So he actually does good damage. While DVA, I don't like doing it too. She just doesn't do a lot of damage. And it doesn't combo, I believe, with her ultimate.
You're at 124 level, 124.
Yeah, and since you saw me last, I've dropped 17 ranks because of our losing episodes, and I've been dedicated now off show, especially to playing my lowest win percentage characters to try to get better at them.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's worked with Reinhardt. It hasn't worked so much with McCree.
What about a fully charged Zarya?
Oh yeah, that can be pretty devastating. I haven't had the opportunity yet, though. So I'm just going to look at this one last. I think this was a pretty good moment. This is glitched. My friends are outlined in red.
Oh!
That's interesting.
Weird.
That must have seemed odd.
Yeah. Oh shit, I kind of want to see that one again.
Nah. Okay, well.
I want to see
All right. I guess it'll load quick because it was the last one watched. But I'm finding that she's interesting to play. I don't know if I love her to play. She's hard, and a lot of the time, it's not that I don't like playing as her, it's just that, yeah, I think that they mixed it up here, because Bundra was on my team, and these are the enemies, and yet, yeah, that's odd. Anyways.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around it when it's switched. Yeah, because Bundro said that's when you give me your ultimate.
Yeah. So the grenades are tough to land, I find. They are tougher to land than I thought. The splash isn't as big as I thought. I feel like it's a lot lower than, say, Junkrat's grenades. Mm-hmm. So they're a little bit finicky to get around. Here, you wanted to watch all the stuff that she's got. Becky hasn't seen any of this stuff. So that's her classic skin. Yeah, and then I went ahead and I bought this one.
Yeah, why? I like her gray hair.
Yeah, but I think this is cool too. I think it's interesting to watch her as when she was young.
No.
Plus, she looks so much like Farah.
No, I love it. Oh, that one!
Yeah, that was pretty good. It's actually the one I considered before. I think that's one of the best cheap ones.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I might like it than a lot of the other ones, but you might like this one.
Ooh.
Although it makes her look way more like an old lady because of the short white hair.
And it makes her look bigger, which is fine.
These ones are kind of neat.
But, oh, that's cool.
Wasteland.
Oh. I like that one, but I really like seeing her face.
And then this is the blue version of the young.
No.
I like it. It's my. And then this is tea time. I like her expression on the young self for this. Oops. It's especially interesting coming from a young. It doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah, totally.
That's. Can you figure that out?
It's.
Farah as a girl.
Yeah.
It's a very large device to carry around just to have a holograph.
Right? A picture is like.
Yeah. And then here I'll switch back to her classic so it looks more like what you expect. This is her poses. This is the one I bought for end of the game.
I like that one.
There's this one.
Was she looking out her bad eye? Oh no, she was looking at her good eye.
And then there's just that. It was pretty boring. I like the seated ones.
Yeah, me too.
Voice lines?
Someone to tuck you in?
That's what I bought.
Hey, yeah.
Justice delivered. Need someone to tuck you in? Children, behave. Everyone dies. It takes a woman to know it. العدالة نازلة من فوق. Mother knows best. No scope needed. What are you thinking? Witness me.
Are you gonna buy that one?
Oh yeah.
Everybody immediately called it that you would like that.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
You know nothing. You know nothing. Witness me.
Oh, I like Witness Me.
What are you thinking?
The Justice Reigns from Above and Mother Knows Best. I like those ones.
And then I've already got her sprays
You
are
got
some
her
of the
cute
easiest.
spray already?
They're some of the easiest to get of
Really?
any hero.
Did
This
you get the
one's
pixelated one yet?
Enabler, which I think only requires you to basically combo with anybody who's doing their ultimate with your ultimate. And then this one only requires putting somebody to sleep who is doing their ultimate. So
rock
it doesn't take
on.
long to get these.
Sweet. I'm going for all pixel trophies, which is hard.
And then you've seen this, of course. And then there's this. Sleep. And then...
Oh, she's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, I got 100 points. I'm almost ready for my golden weapons.
Oh my god! Almost.
Maybe another... Well, probably... I might be able to do it before the end of the season. How long is the season? The season's got like another month and a half? Maybe. So anyways...
Cool.
Other things to keep in mind in this patch is
sir.
that we've basically... So, I was saying how, like, I don't know about her, like, playing as her and what I think, because on console, it's tough. Like, it's even tough hitting your allies. Like, especially when push comes to shove and you really need to heal somebody up, and it's like, you know, it's a fucking Tracer running around, and you're like, oh man, she's low health, and all it will take is one shot from my gun to almost give her full health. And you just can't get a fucking bead on her. Yeah. I've also had people be like, I need healing, and then they proceed to like jump around. They're like, because they don't want to get hit, I guess, or something and die. So I'm like, stop it! Yeah. Like, I'm on fucking console. Maybe on PC I'd be able to fucking hit you easily, but on console you gotta stand still for a goddamn second.
August 18th is the end of the season, so you have like 3 weeks left.
Right. So anyways...
You're gonna have to play a lot of Overwatch, yo.
Yeah, alright. So to keep in mind, the reason that I really feel like I'm not going to play as her much in serious matches, I'm going to continue to try to get better, but I feel like when it really comes down to it, Zenyatta's my new healer of choice. He got his full buff. They didn't reduce it like they were talking about. They thought that there was chatter about how they thought that 50 extra health was going to be too much and that it might just do 25 extra health. No, he's got 200 now.
Really?
And he's a fucking badass now.
Nice.
And also his orbs, his Discord and Harmony travel instantly now instead of...
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that because I was kind of getting into Zenyatta.
And so, yeah, I expect, like, especially as a Pharah counter, which I was hoping that she would be, especially since her fully charged shots, if she wants to, since I'm not a great sniper, and I think a lot of people on console aren't great snipers anyways, often when I'm trying to take somebody down, when push comes to shove, I'm just like, bam, bam, bam. Instead of getting a perfect headshot, I'm just like, get them with as many fucking shots as I can, and hopefully they'll go down.
You're talking about Anna.
Yeah, Anna. With Widowmaker, it charges up over time. Her fully charged shots do more damage. I think it's a 120 for a body shot, but it takes longer to charge up, whereas Anna can fire more in rapid succession, and over time, I think she does this more DPS, but you guys will have to crunch the numbers on that. I think if you are shooting as fast as you can with Anna, you will do more damage than if you're doing it as fast as you can with Widowmaker with fully charged shots. So, if you're just going for body shots, which she can't even get headshots, then I thought that she would be good for countering Pharah in the air. Just be like, try to get it, miss, oh that's fine, I'll shoot again really quick. I'll have a lot of chances. But I still can't fucking hit Pharah out of the air with her.
Someone in there was saying they can't hit Pharah out of the air either.
Try as I might, I'm practicing my ass off, trying to predict. It's because the way she drops, I'm trying to predict how fast she travels, but it all depends. There's two ways she drops. One, when she's holding on to R2, and then when she's out of gas and she goes like this.
Yeah.
And it's like they're two very different things. So anyway, Zenyatta though, on the other hand, is amazing for taking Pharah out of the air.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I'm so good at. I think everybody on console uses him as a hard Pharah counter. You pick her out, you toss the Discord on her, and then you just fucking like lace away, and you just try to lead her just a little bit with your orbs as she falls, and it's a lot easier than doing it with a sniper.
I really like that now that they've added a new character, this lines up perfectly.
It is nice, yeah. Symmetra's pleased. Speaking of Symmetra, she got a nerf. 30% nerf, kind of only on console. And I think this is finally, the Torbjorn nerf has also been rolled out. So both do 30% less damage with their turrets. Most people that I've talked to in our chat, the general consensus in there, my consensus, is that that was unneeded.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Symmetra needed a nerf. I can understand the Torbjorn nerf, but...
I am bummed. I love playing as Symmetra. I guess like I will probably still love playing as her. It just sucks that it's 30% less damage.
Unneeded. I even think that the 30% nerf on Torbjorn is unneeded, considering that they've now rolled out the one hero per team rule. The 30% nerf was coming about because of multi-Torbjorn teams, I thought, and now it's affecting it, even though everybody is now relegated to one hero, at least in competitive, not in quick play.
Okay.
So it's unfortunate because I really enjoy Symmetra, and I feel like with Torbjorn, they said they reduced the damage because 30%, it was because on console you can't respond to a Torbjorn turret as fast. You can't turn as fast to respond to it. Okay, Symmetra turrets to me aren't about responding to them. It's about area of control and whether you respect that area or not. And if you realize that she shut down a room, stay the fuck away from the room, or go as a character that can take them out, like a Pharah or a Winston, who can go in and wipe out those turrets quickly. Otherwise, respect her fucking area. The same goes as people who complain about Mei. Oh, she slows people down and that's unfair that you just can't even go near her. Yeah, don't go near her. Stay the fuck away from her. That's the point of these characters.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck away from them. If you can't take them out from a distance, stay away. By the way, there's a huge controversy about this outfit right now.
Oh, why?
Whoa, a big fucking, like, a guy who speaks for all Hindus apparently is spoken up, and he's a guy in, it's basically like the Hindu equivalent of a pastor or like a reverend. In Vegas is saying that it's disrespectful to character. There are fucking, of Devi specifically, there are statues of her in, like, where she's just full topless. Like, saying that they've made her too sexy. Or whatever, and to make her a sex object, and also, I guess, just to play with her in a video game, to use a god like she's in a video game. You know what? Zeus is in plenty of fucking video games. Get over it. I want a game where I can play as Jesus. Why isn't there a game?
There is.
No, but like a AAA.
On the NES, yeah.
I want Hanzo to have an alt skin where he's Jesus.
Bible something?
Even though it doesn't make sense for his culture.
Oh my god.
But like... Just a full... He's the only one who looks close enough to Jesus for it to make sense. No, I want a Junkrat who looks like Jesus. Or
he also complained about Smite.
Yeah, so fuck everything. Everything gets complained upon. Anyways.
Mercy could pull off a female Jesus. Oh my god, that would be controversial.
Of course, people are also pissed off about Pharah's native skin, which I think looks fucking incredible.
Oh, I love it so much. It's gorgeous. What are you the world!
It's called a cultural victory. When your culture is being used in pop media, that's a cultural victory. That's how you win Civ. It's one of the best victories. All right, so what was the other things that we need to talk about in this patch? I'll go back to the hero gallery and remind me. So Zenyatta got his buff. Zarya's unchanged. Winston's unchanged. Widowmaker, Tracer, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. The way that Soldier charges, 10% slower. However, his self-healing with his biotic field charges his ultimate. So, technically, if you're using if you're getting in the action, you're getting damaged a lot, you're going to charge faster than you did before. If you're a sit back and don't get into the action and don't get damaged and heal yourself, then you won't charge as fast. It rewards getting in the mix, and I think it's a good thing. Roadhog, a guy who, this is going to benefit him a lot. However, 50% reduction on his charge, that's huge. However, he also heals himself huge. So it should be interesting to see how he plays. I've yet to experiment with him.
Right.
Reinhardt unchanged. Who else heals themselves? Mei, the quiet buff that nobody talked about, and we didn't even notice when we looked at the patch notes. Every other character who self-heals got a nerf on their ultimate charge to offset the charge that they get from self-healing. Even Mercy saw a 10% reduction because her wandering around counts as self-healing. When she's damaged, she self-heals. She goes up slowly over time.
Right.
But Mei didn't get any nerfs, so she is now a better character, and they didn't even put it in the patch notes because nothing changed on her. It's just the fact that she now has self-healing. Well, she always had self-healing, but now that's going to affect her blizzard. So that's I've yet to see how that really feels because, I mean, she self-heals a lot, so that should be really interesting. Lucio, obviously, he has a 10% increase to his ultimate. However, he self-heals a lot.
How do you remember these numbers?
I don't know.
DVAs has been
DVA is one of the biggest tweaks, and her and Zenyatta are the biggest changes. They're almost like new characters now, I would consider. So her explosion, 3 seconds instead of 4, and I can tell you it is huge.
Yeah.
Like, being against some, I haven't used it yet, but being against some DVAs already, I've been like, Jesus Christ. And she doesn't have to leave. She doesn't get damaged by her own shit. So, it's funny because I saw Centaur was playing as her and they were still running from their explosion. I'm like, dude. Yeah. And he's like, I just didn't want to get killed by them. I know that, I forget who it was, but he was like, I know that she doesn't get damaged by it, but I didn't want to get killed by them. I was like, dude, they're running. They're not going to kill you. They're looking at you. You got to get out of that thing and just fucking blast their tails as they're running away.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to turn around to shoot at you.
That's awesome that doesn't kill you.
So that's
anymore.
Just makes her ultimate that more powerful.
Yeah.
And then the fact, and I've yet to tool around with this, the way that her shield now works is 1 second longer, and it can be deployed multiple times. Like shot out and then brought back and shot out and brought back, which should be interesting. Maybe I'll just do a quick battle here. Maybe we'll jump in here.
Cool.
Maybe you'll stick out here with me just for a bit more, Beck, and then you can go in and play.
Yeah, I want to see you play.
Yeah, you just maybe watch me just for a little bit, and we'll just talk about the characters. Who wants to jump in? Since I want to make sure I get to play the characters I want, so I'll play with turbos here so that we can...
Oh my god, I'm so rusty. I can't wait to get back into it, though.
Ratty wants in.
Sergey, RTH 1089, Lyshora, Cross H, Brandom.
Alright. Well, I got enough then.
Okay, Axel Cadaver is there too. I don't know if you still need any more.
Axel Cadaver, I think I've ever played with him. I'll invite him, and if he gets in before Lyshora, then he does. Because I play with Lyshora tons. Dante. Oh, we got a full team. All right. Is everybody there? Do I have voice chat going? Do I have to restart the game? Maybe voice chat. Voice chat broke on the last episode.
Oh, what? Seriously?
They still haven't fixed that.
Crap, so you're gonna have to re-invite people?
Yeah.
Aw, sorry guys. Can we get the same people?
Maybe we should actually look at the comic.
Oh, you're such a tease.
Tell you what, guys, we'll take a quick break and we'll go read the comic for the new comic that came out for Symmetra. I'd like to release that as its own thing. We're kind of like releasing those on their own.